Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coming up today on GVTV News, what lies ahead for our Friday homecoming.
Plus, the Beatles are in space. All that and more on GVTV News.
Good morning, I'm Alexandria Golda.
And I'm Naya Yule, and today is Thursday, October 21st.
Today's Spirit Day is Back from the Dead Day. Show off your throwback clothes. Friday is Sailing Home Day. Come in your homecoming shirts.
Speaking of homecoming shirts, if you want to grab some HOCO gear, find any student council member. They're selling homecoming shirts for $10. Make sure to get yours for our Spirit Day tomorrow. Our homecoming bash is tomorrow in the quad after the game. Only Green Valley students are allowed to attend, and your ID must be shown at entry. There will be food, music, and games. Tickets are $5 and can be purchased from any student council member or in the cafeteria during lunch. Be sure to get your tickets before they sell out.
Tomorrow, our homecoming assembly will take place on the football field. Remember to be on your best behavior and show off your Gator spirit.
College visits continue through this month. Today at 9 a.m., Rice University is holding a virtual visit and Boston University at 1 p.m. To sign up, head to the library.
Our Green Valley debate team competed in their second tournament of the year last weekend. Here are the Gators that earned honors. Jordan Rank placing second in congressional debate. Amy Liu placing third in U.S. extemporaneous speaking. Ethan Araki placing fourth in program oral interpretation. Gabriel Garcia placing first in novice oratory. Alana Burns placing second in novice U.S. extemporaneous speaking and novice congressional debate. Chase Northam placing first in novice asynchronous congressional debate. And Avi Torham placing second in novice asynchronous congressional debate. Great job, Gators. Are you in the mood to hear some perfect pitch and harmonizing? Well, you're just in luck. The Honor Choir concert is today at UNLV Ham Hall. It begins at 7:30 and is free to the public, so check it out.
Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Great Shakeout earthquake drills remind you to drop, cover, and hold on to protect yourself during an earthquake in most situations. Let's practice what to do if a sturdy desk or table is nearby. When you feel shaking, immediately drop down onto your hands and knees. An earthquake is less likely to knock you over in this position, and you're a smaller target for anything falling or flying. Then, cover your head with your arms. Clasp your hands around your neck, bend over to protect your vital organs. If you can move safely and a sturdy desk or table is nearby, keep one arm over your head as you crawl to additional shelter. Finally, hold on by gripping a table leg or other part of your shelter. Continue protecting your head and neck with your other arm. Remain on your knees and bent over, ready to move with your shelter when it shifts during the shaking. Close your eyes and mouth to protect against dust and debris. Remain in this position until the shaking stops. After the shaking is over, wait a moment and check all around and above you before getting up or leaving your shelter. Register at shakeout.org to practice earthquake safety with millions of people worldwide and to see videos showing what to do in a variety of situations.
Good morning, Gators. I'm Tyler with your sports news. Yesterday in sports, girls soccer played against Faith Lutheran with a tie score of 1-1. Today in sports, girls volleyball plays against the Coronado Cougars here at Green Valley. B team at 5, JV at 6, and varsity at 7. Boys soccer plays at Sierra Vista today, JV at 6 and varsity at 4:30. Our homecoming game is this Friday. Our football team will play against Faith Lutheran at 6. Come watch and have fun. Good luck, Gators. Back to you guys at the desk.
And before we go this morning, NASA has just launched a 12-year mission to explore Jupiter's Trojan asteroid swarms. According to CNN, NASA's Lucy mission launched this past weekend to explore asteroids that have never been observed. The Lucy mission is the first attempt to fly by a total of 8 ancient asteroids. Accompanying the spacecraft are messages from Earth, including a poem by laureate Amanda Foreman and lyrics and quotes from the Beatles. That's all the news for today. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at GVTV News.
And from all of us here at GVTV News, have a great day.
Good morning, Gators. Now that we're a month into fall and the weather has finally cooled off, I want to take just a moment to give you a quick reminder about one of the rules here at Green Valley. It's about headwear. Please remember that hats and headgear, which includes baseball hats, knit hats, beanies, or any other cold weather gear, are not permitted. I get asked periodically why this is a rule, so here it is. We do this for security reasons. You see, our first priority is to make sure the campus is safe. Sometimes we need to be able to quickly recognize people who don't belong here. And any sort of a hat with a bill on it can obscure a face, which makes that task harder. Same can be said about other types of hats. Sometimes all we have to go on from a description about an incident is a hairstyle or color. And so again, the faster we can identify someone who's done something wrong or isn't supposed to be here, the faster we can get things back to their normal status. So just understand that there's a reason for us to ask you to remove them. Remember too that this is a reasonable request. So respond in kind. Don't turn a simple issue like compliance with the dress code into a bigger issue, like being insubordinate, which carries much more drastic consequences. And while we're on the issue of reasonable requests, remember that cell phones are not permitted when you're in a classroom unless you're specifically directed by a teacher to use them for an educational purpose. I don't think I need to explain the reason for that. If you make a mistake and decide to use it in class when you're supposed to be paying attention to the teacher or working, you risk having it confiscated. This is another example of a reasonable request. You know the rule. If you break it, accept the consequence. Give the teacher or staff member your phone. The reality is they just want you to learn. They don't want to confiscate your phone any more than you want it to be confiscated. But sometimes students make the second poor choice to argue about this issue or to refuse to turn over their phone. Now it's no longer a phone issue. It's about being insubordinate, which has a tougher penalty. I know that every single one of you wants to be treated like an adult. That expectation by you carries with it an expectation of you, the need to act like one. The adult thing to do when a staff member asks you to surrender your phone is just to say, sorry, hand it over. Unless this is a recurring problem for you, you'll probably get it back at the end of the period. Remember, the teacher just wants you to learn. I promise you, they don't want your phone any more than you want them to have it. Just remember to meet reasonable requests with reasonable responses. This is a great lesson for later in life. Well, that's it for today, everyone. Thanks for watching, and remember, you got this. Buenos días, Gators. Ahora que estamos un mes en el otoño y el clima finalmente ha enfriado, quiero tomar un momento para dar un recordatorio rápido sobre una de las reglas aquí en Green Valley. Se trata del uso de la cabeza. Por favor, recuerde que los sombreros y los accesorios para la cabeza, que incluye gorras de béisbol, gorros de punto, gorros de frío o cualquier otro equipo de clima frío, no están permitidos. Periódicamente me preguntan por qué es una regla y aquí está. Lo hacemos por razones de seguridad. Nuestra primera prioridad es asegurarnos de que el campus es seguro. Tenemos que ser capaces de reconocer rápidamente a las personas que no pertenecen a este lugar y cualquier tipo de sombrero con visera puede ocultar un rostro, lo que dificulta esa tarea. Lo mismo puede decirse de otros tipos de sombreros. A veces todo lo que tenemos para seguir a partir de una descripción sobre un incidente es un peinando o un color, y de nuevo, cuanto más rápido podamos identificar a alguien que ha hecho algo malo o que no debería estar aquí, más rápido podremos devolver las cosas a su estado normal. Así que entiende que hay una razón para que te pidamos que los retires. Recuerda también que se trata de una petición razonable, así que responde de la misma manera. No conviertas una simple cuestión como el cumplimiento del código de vestimenta en un problema mayor, como la insubordinación, que conlleva consecuencias mucho más drásticas. Y ya que hablamos de peticiones razonables, recuerda que los teléfonos móviles no están permitidos cuando estás en un aula, a menos que un profesor te indique específicamente que los utilices con fines educativos. No creo que sea necesario explicar la razón de ello. Si te equivocas y decides usarlo en clase cuando se supone que deberías estar prestando atención al profesor o trabajando, te arriesgas a que te lo confisquen. Este es otro ejemplo de petición razonable. Ya conoces la norma. Si la incumples, acepta la consecuencia. Dale al profesor o al miembro del personal tu teléfono. Realidad es que solo quieren que aprendas. No quieren confiscar tu teléfono más de lo que tú quieres que te lo confisquen. Pero a veces los estudiantes toman la segunda mala decisión de discutir sobre este tema o de negarse a entregar su teléfono. Ahora ya no es una cuestión de teléfono, sino de insubordinación que tiene una sanción más dura. Sé que cada uno de ustedes quiere ser tratado como un adulto. Esa expectativa por parte de ustedes conlleva una expectativa de ustedes. La necesidad de actuar como tal. Lo que hay que hacer como adulto cuando un miembro del personal te pide que entregues tu teléfono es simplemente decir lo siento y entrégaselo. A menos que sea un problema recurrente para ti, probablemente te lo devolverán al final del periodo. Recuerda que el profesor solo quiere que aprendas. Te aseguro que ellos no quieren tu teléfono más de lo que tú quieres que lo tengan. Solo recuerda responder a las peticiones razonables con respuestas razonables. Esta es una gran lección para más adelante en la vida. Bueno, eso es todo por hoy. Gracias por vernos y recordad, tú tienes esto.